Okay. Yes, we are start to record our interview with team captain of Turkey team Arda Findikoglu, and I'd like to ask him about his opinions in connection with the match we have promoted on 4th July online. We have played on the game server Heroes. We have used special seeding program for preliminary competitions. And we have two parts of these team events consisting of preliminary competitions. Preliminary competitions was some special match till specific number of games. Each games we have played like money game. This match consisting of 6 games in each round. Value of 1 game point was 0.5 euro. Jacobi rule is executed, no beaver. Each guy have paid 50 euros per player. This money was divided in 2 parts. For preliminary competition, we have left 30 euros. It was about 60 game points. 1 game points, as I have tell you, it was 0.5 euros. And for final, till 9 points, normal usual match till specific number of points, we have leave 20 euros. So preliminary competition was round robin. We have from each team 5 guys. It was Anton Sopin, Denis Golovatenko, Evgeny Prima, Konstantin Osovsky, and Jacob Garal for Ukraine, and Arda Findikoglu, Kumhur Bektur, Gulderen Guchavli, Hasret Bekar, and Mert Gulakti for Turkey. And each guy have played against each guy. And the idea was that the best guy of this competition should choose his opponents for the final. And now you can see the final table of preliminary competitions. You see that preliminary competitions won a little bit Ukrainian team. You see this plus, it's for plus over the 50%, and minus with red is minus about what the people lost total in this round. In each cell of this table, you see the results between the players. For example, Arda Findikoglu won against Anton Sopin 8-3, against Denis Golovatenko 12-2, against Evgeny Prima 7-6, Osovsky 10-7, and lost against Jacob Garal 2-6. And total he have won plus 50. The same was for another guys, and you see from the right side is the results of Turkey team, and the down you see the total Ukrainian team results. So you can easily find the total results of both teams. And you see that the sum of total Ukrainian and total Turkey results must be 0, and the all number of game points is all the time 600, because we have 10 players and each player have 60 game points. So we cannot lose any points, and the total sum of this sum will be exactly 600. It's what according to the preliminary competition. After preliminary competition, we have the summary table, which was made over this special program vmb-vrb-tour.betsman.net. And this, you see that Evgeny Prima the first place, Anton Sopin second, third, and so on. After that, Evgeny Prima decided to play against one guy from Turkey. There was Gulderen Guchavli. After that, Mert Gulakti decided to play against one Ukrainian player, Anton Sopin against one Turkey player, and the rest, it's what leave, it was the last two pair. And we have, after that, final match results. All matches was till 9 points. Evgeny Prima have played against Gulderin Guchavli. He won 9-5. Anton Sopin lost against Kumkhur Bektur 2-9. Konstantin Osovsky lost against Hasret Bekar 7-9. And Denis Golovatenko lost against Arda Findikoglu 0-9. And Jacob Garal won against Mert Gulakti 9-3. Final results, sum of preliminary competition plus final matches. And Ukraine won in values of money, 269 against 231. Altogether, this sum will be exactly 500, because we have 10 players, and each player have paid 50 euros. So we see the results represented in form of money, but in this case we can supposedly know about quality of the player according to the money game, like for example we see the results in the table of preliminary competitions, as well as the results of usual competitions, where we can see how the player are good in the matches till specific number of points. There was the first such team events in the world, and I'm very lucky to hear the opinion of Mr. Arda Findikoglu, one of the famous tournament organizer in the world, and also the team captain of this team. Mr. Arda, please, your opinion in this connection.
I have some opinions about it. Yes, let me share. First of all, I owe you my thanks for your invitation to this very interesting competition format. And this team of Turkey will participate in Trier World Team Championship, the live action, very soon. So we thought it can be a nice training for us, because we didn't play together before with some of the teammates. So we tried. And first of all, it was very dynamic. That's, by the way, after the competition, we shared some opinions, some feedbacks with my teammates. So I'm talking for everybody. Our opinion is we like this in principle, because it went very dynamic. It was definitely not boring at any point. And because of the special format you are proposing, every single point was worth something, a win or a loss. That was the positive side, actually. And what we thought
has value. Each winning pot has value.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, we put the values very low, like 0.5 euros, but it's up to us. We can put it like 10 euros per point, 100 euros per point. So it depends on what the organizer wants to achieve. This format can answer this, aim this need. What we only found as maybe a glitch to be improved is, for example, in this table, you can easily see that Gülderan, my teammate, she lost 60 points, and your teammate, Prima, he made 53 points, and actually that happened in only one pairing. She increased the stake, and Yevgeny was smart enough to take a redouble, and the result, he took all the points. That brings him to the leader position of the competition after the preliminary round, which is understandable. There is nothing wrong with it, but it is very possible that one player, for example, we played 5 matches. It is very possible that one player loses 4 of his pairings and win huge like Prima to become the best player of the field. I think that should be adapted because winning a pairing should have a meaning too. I think you get my meaning. Of course, what you made as a value at the end should have the highest priority, but winning a pairing and losing a pairing should have its effect into this, in our opinion, before the final round. That was not the case with Yevgeny, but if Yevgeny loses 4 pairings and wins the last one with a huge stake of 60 points, in what we are having here, it makes him the best player of your team, which is, I'm not sure if it's the right approach or not. Apart from that, I think there was nothing wrong with the preliminary round. Everything was going smooth. Coming to the final round, it's still good because after 5 rounds, players, as I can see here, like Osowski, like Prima, like Sopin, like Mert, and let's say a little bit like me, we guaranteed almost the entry fee of the finals. Like even if we lose the final, we don't lose anything actually. And that was another plus. Numbers can be evaluated. I mean, we mainly aim to have a friendly team competition here, so nobody is hurt money-wise. But if we want to bring some more action into this, we can easily say 1 point is 100 euros, and that makes it much more tough for every player, and even 1 point will have so much value. And with the final, putting all winnings together to decide which team is the winner, I support this idea. So far, if you ask me, all in all, this was a successful approach. Thanks to you again. And I think it can be applied especially online, but in other events like a side action too in future, can be even live.
Yes, according to your remarks in connection with the high value of cube, I will say that, for example, Gülderan Guchavli was very good in 4 matches before, and it was very confused for me, for example, that she has made such high value of the cube and a lot of time, because he was till this time before this match start, she was +1. So
But I can explain.
During the match, she was a little bit behind. she was behind minus 13, something like that.
I know,
And
I know.
it is also some kind of experience that the people don't understand, or maybe have not understood, that they play for money.
I have an explanation for that.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
And maybe it's from one side, from
let me tell you,
another side, it is very difficult, as you supposed, that you can allow the guys to play for 100 per point. To play for 100 per point, each guy should have in his disposal as minimum 6,400 euros. It is impossible to imagine in normal tournament. That's why if the tournament organizer, online or offline, want to promote such competitions where the money take in the account of value of each cube decision, then we have to prepare such conditions of such preliminary and final parts that it will be worse for people to be on the play all the time. In this case, it could possible €1 or 2 or 3 or 5, but all depend of how many money the guys want to introduce in such competition, because or maybe to make the possibility to make some kind of rebuy and so on. But it's all these things that can be developed by tournament organizer and need some more experience in such case. Anyway, I see that the first step was very interesting, and I suppose in any way we can make such team competitions, not between two teams, but we can make such kind of online events also for many teams. You see that for each round we have not more than 30 minutes.
That works, yes.
Yes, not more than 30 minutes, and the whole tournament was about 4.5 hours or maybe 5 hours.
Hours, yeah. It lasts 5 hours.
Yes, yes, it's for one round, so it's not more than normal. What should I say? Round.
Very dynamic. We like it. We like it. Just
yes.
one remark.
What's more, in this case,
let me
yes.
tell this about Gülderen, Jakob.
Yeah.
What happened is, as you said, at the beginning of last round, actually all rounds, Turkish team was slightly ahead. But in last round, Cumhur, playing seriously, lost 32 points. And Gülderen, who saw this, thought to herself that in order to win this competition against Ukraine, we have to risk it. And she risked it. And I told her and others not to increase the stakes, because even if we are behind at the end of preliminary rounds, there are the final rounds. And if we win 3 matches or 2 matches even, we are ahead. But she made a miscalculation there.
Yes.
And just in order to save the team from losing, in her mind, she risked everything in order to cover the loss of Cumhur, that 32 points. And she lost all what she has. That brought us to a point that still we could win, but in the final we should win 4 matches out of 5.
Yes.
And we made 3 out of 5. That's why the end was for your favor. That's the reason she lost that big value. And this is a good example, actually, that in your format, action goes till the end. I mean, you shall not risk your everything during a preliminary round. If you went, and actually this went very smooth. As I'm watching the table now, I'm plus 15, so inside a margin of 20 euros easily. Mert plus 18, your guys plus 19, plus 19, minus 16. Those are all okay. With one match they will win in the final, they can cover it. The only gap occurred with Gülderen and Prima, and that's because Gülderen risked everything just to save the team in her mind, but that was just a miscalculation, and it could work the other way too. So that was the reason, actually.
But in any case, as I want to say that the interesting of this format, that normally you can play only against one player. And who is this player? You have no choice. But in this case, you play against each guy from opponent team.
We like
and
it.
If you are good, you can choose whom you want to play in final.
And in round robins, usually after 2-3 matches, because some players lose their hope to reach a money prize, they lose their interest in the game. That's why round robins are not good for tournament purposes. But in this one, you don't lose your hope till the last moment, because even 1 point you will get extra will bring you some more income. That's why it works. I have no negative feedbacks about the whole format itself. Just the addition of winning a pairing, in a way, a value for winning a pair. For example, I won 4 matches, I lost 1 match, and in the ranking, and I lost to you actually only. In the rankings, I don't know, I'm somewhere in the middle. But there could be another player who loses.
You was on the 5th place.
But actually, I'm the only one who lost 1 match. You see?
Yes. But in this case,
it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but it is. Actually, we have a perfect example here. Prima is your best player in this ranking, but actually he lost 3 pairings.
Yes.
Best player only because of his last match with Gülderen.
Yes.
Understand what I mean? I'm okay with this. I don't have any negative thoughts about it, but it can be, in a way, you are the master of proposals, you know, in a way, it can be adapted maybe that winning a match can have an extra value in this. I don't know how. That would make it more fair, in my opinion.
It is not about how many matches you won. It is a huge difference between matches till specific number of points and matches till specific number of games. Because in matches till specific number of points, you are looking for the win of match.
Yeah, I understand what you say.
In matches still specific number of games, you are looking to win more points.
I know.
It is a huge difference, and it should be changed in the mind. And what's more, it's normally because normally the people in the backgammon play for points, for money. So in this case, it's no matter how many games you lost, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, but it's matter how many games you won, 10 points, 12 points, and so on. Because in this, in this case, your risiko, your possibility to use doubling cube, it's more important, like in other games where you lost only 1 point and something like that. It means that you knowing about this game a little bit more. That's why I
have no words against this. That's okay. My approach is, it can be more interesting to give a value of pairing winnings. But if you don't, this way,
No, I
I have
yes,
no
yes.
words against it.
Arda, I mean that it might be combined, both this and this. And what's more, one extra things that we can make for such competitions, it's, for example, that we can divide money according to the results of this 20 euros give, not simple for the winner, but in connection with the results. For example, 9 to 5, so the Prima received 9 parts of 20 euros and Gulderen 5 parts of 20 euros and something like that. And in this case, for example, 0 to 9, you receive 20.
Everything, yeah.
Yes, yes.
But
in this case, it will be more interesting.
what I thought was, for example, in preliminary rounds, scores matter, of course, scores matter, but the winner of a pairing, for example, gets +5 points, for example. You understand what
I mean? For what?
I play with Prima, I win 7-6, I get my 1 point, 7 minus 6, plus, let's say, 3 points more, 5 points more, because I won that pairing.
Yes, but the problem is, look, we have finished all this match with this score. Now the question, what you mean with these 5 points? Where you receive money?
Total of 60.
What?
It's in, I start with 60 points.
Yes.
Preliminary rounds. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
When I go up, when I lose to you 2-6, I lose 4 points.
Yes.
Saying the winner of a specific pairing might get some additional points just because he won that specific pairing. So in our match, for example, you get your 4 points plus 5 more points just because you won the pairing. And it will go from me, of course. I will lose 9 points. You will win in my 9 points. So after all,
after that, but if you want, you mean for the win become
additional price just because the guy won that specific pairing. That's what I'm saying.
So it means that these 5 points should be extracted from the loser.
Yes, of course, because he lost the specific pairing. In this one, it has no difference. You win the pairing, you lose the pairing. What we
it
care
can
is
be like it. The tournament director can propose any options of scoring system, his own choice. It is only how you score it.
You are the inventor of this format.
Yes,
so
but scoring system you can make as you want.
Yeah, of course. You are asking me my opinion, so I'm telling you everything.
You are right. You are right, because yes.
Plus some little.
No matter. Yes.
Some little value for winning a specific pairing, not
and
the whole.
And this value will be extracted from the loser.
Of course, the guy has 60 points in his pocket. If he loses the match, or let's say like this, the winner gets 5 points, 3 points, whatever, but a fixed amount of points just because he won, plus the difference in the score from the loser, of course. So that gives value to winning a specific pairing. So a guy like me who wins 4 matches and loses 1 will be paid a value because of his 4 wins. At the same time, another guy who lost 3 matches, he will still be number 1 maybe if he gets 60 points, the whole points in 1 match, but the other guy will get some value too. That's what I mean. I think that would be more interesting, but it's not a must, of course. This way it works too.
It is another kind of scoring system.
Yeah,
so it can be possible to use because it still stay in the same values as before, but a little bit another
Yes,
scoring system.
more points from the loser to the winner. That's all.
Any tournament director can decide which kind of scoring system he can use, but the system,
You are the decision maker. You are the boss.
yes, no, I mean, it my proposal, and sure, it will be very interesting to make more experience with such things. That's why.
Sure. You can add this recommendation of mine to your proposal as Findikoglu rule.
Okay.
There is Jacob.
Oh,
There
no
is
problem. Yes.
Findikoglu rule.
Yes. You're right. You're right.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. Thank you again for your invitation, and it was really enjoying for us. I hope we will have our revenge deal soon, maybe with Ukraine, maybe with some other teams involved.
Yes, and the guys asked me too. Supposedly we make some such competition with Austria team. I have told with Berhard Meyer, and he said the summer is very busy, but maybe in autumn we have tried to make such.
5 hours action.
Yes. It's very interesting. Thank you very much, Arda.
See you, Jacob. Talk to you soon. I will see you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.